climate change to climate crisis, and that's not only semantic, because there's a lot of philosophical imperatives with that. Basically, that this is we're talking about one of the urgency of this of our humanity. So, when is media doing enough on this? I think I really think that media could have done better. One of the key obstacles is they see that climate crisis is not yet a big agenda of their audience and and their market. Their
editorial policy and the newsroom is very important. How to represent the discourse that bring up by the media. I think there is a gap between the editorial policy and the journalists that work with the media. It means knowledge of the, for example, in this case, the climate crisis or climate change, because climate could not be described, not like the issues of the deforestation. So you can see the falling trees in the forest, or how many hectares of this land that converted into the plantation, for example. But we talk about the crisis of climate. So this is very abstract. That it is not easy for journalists to describe or to find the angle, the interesting angle that could be raised by the journalists to share to the audience, to share to the readers. So I think this is the obstacle.
Yes.
And in terms of our experience, the good angle have to be put in the humanity context. For example,
people read it, and it goes on to show that people really care about environmental issues if we pack them up in how it affected these issues in daily life. Sometimes we will hear kind of statements from scientists, or the UN says it's global warming, or it's 1.5, it's 1.2 degrees Celsius rise. But sometimes not all of us are scientists. We don't all immediately understand what are the scientists about. So as a journalist, I feel what I do is we have to kind of contextualize climate change, how it happens in people's daily life, especially in people living in Indonesia, because, well, Indonesia has a very specific geographical conditions different from other countries. So we have to, media in Indonesia, we have to contextualize that. We have to tell what's the impact of climate change to us, instead of just repeating what the scientists have said, because not everyone of us are scientists or very well educated. Some of us need to know how it feels to us personally.
So first and foremost, climate crisis is about getting to the same perspective on what is the dream that we all are trying to chase, and media would be the perfect place to sort of gather that perspective, for example, through exhibition and through special edition like what the Jakarta-Post is currently hosting. So that's number one. The second part, I think, the role of the media and how it's framing climate crisis should be that this is everybody's journey. So in a way, it should provide room for people that are already like woke in a way and have the technical know-how, have the awareness already, but also place for individuals that are still trying. The third and final point is, for me, the media role, at least what we're trying to do. As you know, one of the most successful, I think, campaigns that the media supported, not only Indonesia but at the global level, is to make people realize that carbon footprint is something that is made by corporation, big corporation, to divert the attention from the corporation side to individual and say it's like, oh, this is issues. So the way that the media can help us is to frame that is actually a loop. If you're asked to be responsible as individuals by making your individual choices every day, including in your career, then that same power belongs to you in electing the right leaders, in actually electing the right representative to allocate your resources and actually influence policy from your own living room. Kind of trying to frame it that way, which I think is the bridge that's missing, and the power of media would help us to all learn from Bijak Memilih platform, for example, and learn the best candidate through there.